MBTI feels real until you get a different type every time you take the test. So is it a tool for self-awareness or just modern astrology? Let's break it down. What is MBTI really? Why do people love it? And how do you figure out who you actually are? Think you are INFJ? Cool, but take the test again next week. You might get ENFP instead. That is how unreliable the MBTI is. And yet, millions of people use it to define their personality, their career path, even their relationships. In this video, I'm breaking down why MBTI feels right, but it isn't, and what actually works when it comes to understanding yourself. What is MBTI? MBTI stands for four main categories: I, introversion; E, extroversion; S, sensing and intuition; T, thinking; F, feelings; J, judging; B, perceiving. You choose one from each category, so when you combine them, you get four letters like INTP. That stands for I, introverted; N, intuitive; T, thinking; B, perceiving. Now you get the basic idea. You take the MBTI test, answer all the questions, and at the end it gives you a type like INTJ, ICFP, or ENTP. Each letter combo describes a personality type. Since we have four categories and two crucials in each, that gives us 16 personality type total. Every single type is supposed to be different, and changing even one letter can completely change how people see you. Who created MBTI? Here is something most people don't know. MBTI wasn't created by scientists or physiologists. It was created by a writer, Catherine Briggs, and her daughter, Isabel Briggs Myers. They were fans of Carol Jung's idea and built their own system based on that. Now, that doesn't mean it is automatically bad, but it does mean MBTI wasn't built from strict science or a deep clinical research. The real problem with MBTI, here is the real problem. People take the test, then retake it, and get totally different result. How can your personality change that fast? First, you have one type that never changes, no matter you did it a year ago or 10 years ago. There are two big reasons this happens. People don't always know themselves well. Some people fake answers, maybe without knowing it. Sometimes you answer how you wish you are, or how your job forces you to be, or you just answer based on your mood that day. This leads to mistyping, which is when people think you are one type, but they are really something else, like someone thinks they are INTJ, but they are actually ISFJ. And that mistake changes everything. They might try to develop skills that don't match them, or they end up working a job that doesn't fit how they really think. Why do so many people mistype as INTP? Here is a huge wave of people online who say they are INTP. Why? Because INTP is seen as the genius or logical one. But just because you like thinking doesn't mean you are INTP. Lots of types use logic, but in a different ways. To avoid mistyping, you have to understand something deeper. MBTI conjunctive functions. Conjunctive functions, the real core of MBTI. Each personality type uses four main functions. They are the tools your brain uses to process the world. Here is the list. SI, introverted sensing; SE, extroverted sensing; TI, introverted thinking; TE, extroverted thinking; FI, introverted feeling; FE, extroverted feeling; NI, intuition; NE, extroverted intuition. Let's say you are an ENTP. Your functions will be NE, TI, FE, SI. That is your personal tool list. Every type has a different function stack, and that is what really makes you unique. If you understand your functions, you will find your true type much faster and stop mistyping yourself or others. Why MBTI is so popular? MBTI helps people feel understood. When you discover your type, it is like, oh wow, that is me. It gives you a sense of identity and belonging. You find others with the same type and it makes you feel connected. Also, it helps people understand their differences. Let's say your friend is ISFJ and you are INTP. He is more emotional. You are more logical. When you make a decision, you might clash. But instead of fighting, you now understand he sees the world differently. Or maybe your friend is ISTJ and you are always late. You now get why they hate you or hate that. And maybe you try harder to be on time. It improves relationship. Even HR departments use MBTI to pick perfect candidates. So yeah, it is very fast. How to guess MBTI for someone without asking? You can actually type someone just by watching how they act. It is like guessing a TV character's type based on their behavior. Let's say the character shows their feelings openly, but is very aware of others' emotions. That might be FE. Then they learn slowly from their past mistakes. That is SI, but those clothes together, maybe he is ESFJ or ISFJ. Now ask, are they introverted or extroverted? If they are more social, they are ESFJ. It becomes like solving a fun puzzle, especially when you do it with your friends. There are apps that help you check if your guesses is right. I use one of them all times. MBTI plus Enneagrams equal deeper insights. If you really want to know a character's vibe, not just their thinking style, combine MBTI with Enneagram. There are 9 Enneagram types, and when you take that test, you will get your top 2 Enneagrams. Knowing both MBTI and Enneagrams give you a more complete picture of someone. It helps a lot when you're typing a functional character or even yourself. Final thought, is MBTI real or not? MBTI isn't fake, but it is not perfect. It is a framework. It gives you a language to explore your mind and understand others, but don't take it as a truth. It is not a crystal ball or just fixed label. And remember, MBTI is powerful when you use it right, with honesty, self-awareness, and flexibility. So now, you tell me, is MBTI is real or not? Drop your type in the comments. Let's see how many of you typed yourself correctly.